As Operation Epic Fury rages on, let's take a look at how the West Asia war impacted the key stakeholders, including the US, militarily and economically, at the end of 2 weeks. While questions remain regarding the full scope and impact of Epic Fury on Iran's weapons arsenal and the total US military casualties in the conflict to date, US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and US Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Dan Kane indicated Iranian forces have been defeated on land, air and water, with over 15,000 enemy targets struck. According to Kane, the US has attacked over 6,000 targets so far, while strike packages steadily launching every hour.
Between our Air Force and that of the Israelis, over 15,000 enemy targets have been struck. That's well over 1,000 a day. No other combination of countries in the world can do that. So today, as we speak, we fly over the top of Iran and Tehran. Fighters and bombers all day picking targets as they choose.
According to Pentagon, at least 13 American service members have died so far, including 6 in a KC-135 refueling aircraft crash. 7 others have been killed in earlier combat, while nearly 150 US troops have been wounded in operation against Iran. Over 90 Iranian naval vessels have been reportedly damaged or destroyed, more than 60 ships and 30 mine layers used to threaten the Strait of Hormuz. The war has also taken a heavy financial toll. According to Pentagon estimates, the first week of the war cost the US about $11.3 billion. According to data compiled by Turkish news agency Anadolu, the US has lost approximately $3.84 billion in military assets in the first 2 weeks. However, the largest items driving the cost are damaged and destroyed radars and components belonging to THAAD missile defense systems in the United Arab Emirates, Jordan and Saudi Arabia, valued at an estimated $2 billion. The ripple effect has been felt on the US economy, driving oil and petrol prices drastically. With the Strait of Hormuz closed that cuts off oil from the Gulf, experts indicate oil prices could reach $200 per barrel after spiking above $100 per barrel last week and today. Petrol prices are at nearly $4 per gallon, up 62 cents, that is 65 cents, till February. The operation also caused immediate sharp volatility across global markets, including a surge in gold, a strengthening US dollar, and sharp declines in West Asia's equities. And joining us now is General Retired RG Mohammed Abbas. He's a Syrian political and military analyst. He's now joining us live from Syria. Mr. Abbas, thank you very much for making time for us. 2 weeks of Operation Fury. Why do you think President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are keeping the world guessing as to when this war will end?
Good afternoon. My best regards to you and your viewers. Actually, nowadays we are living or we are watching, witnessing the Bibi or Netanyahu's war. It is not Trump war. It is Netanyahu's war, which he prepared since 30 years ago. He said it is his dream to attack Iran, and what we still remember in 1996, what's called the Clean Break, which published in the Enterprise American Institute, which advised Netanyahu that he has to destroy Syria, Iraq, Egypt, and also Iran. We know that this war against Iran is the Netanyahu dream. they prepared it very well, and now it is he could be, or he can he has the ability actually to withdraw Trump to this war. It is not Trump war, it is not American war, but indeed after in the lag of this war, we can say that is American war. Despite it is Netanyahu war, it is American war, where America tried to dominate as they make the Venezuela style, they dominate the petrol in the Venezuela. Now they are going to dominate or do hegemony against the Iran petrol, Iran the power supply. They not only want to change to double the government or to change the government. They want to steal, or they want to dominate. They want to control the Iranian petrol.
Let's talk about that then, because the Strait of Hormuz has been closed. Trump has given constant assurances that it will be open. However, Iran still maintains that the waterways will be closed. How do you think the waterways can be secure, considering the recent U.S. strikes on the Karg Island?
Actually, it is very hard for America to maintain or to secure the waterway. It is too tough, too hard, because when you use the water mine in the Gulf, it is very hard to protect the oil ships or the tankers from these mines, first of all. Now, Trump said that he is going to accompany every oil tanker by the American warships. Mm-hmm. Also, it is very hard. Nowadays, we can see that hundreds of oil tankers waiting in Oman Sea, waiting in the Indian Ocean. Mm-hmm. It is very hard to secure or to control this place. After the attacking of Al-Kharj Island, they destroyed some military places, as they said, and they avoid to destroy the oil infrastructure. Mm-hmm. But I think Iran is going to close this. If they close it by using artillery, not by using the drones or making or missiles. Any artillery can destroy or that can close this waterway.
Let's talk about what is happening in the Gulf, because the Gulf is already at the crossroads with heightened strikes on the UAE and oil refineries. How do you think the Gulf region is going to navigate this war?
Actually, the Gulf state, they are too reasonably. They want to be minded in this war. They don't try to engage in this war. It is not their war, but actually the Gulf state nowadays are going to invaded by the attacking by the missiles attacking. Lots of huge damage has been happened in many places in Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, also UAE, Emirat Arabiya Mutahida, and other places. Now they are waiting. They had some patience, but I don't know if they have the long patience. If they try to engage in the war, nowadays we can say that the Netanyahu view or Netanyahu vision will be happened. The Netanyahu dream is going to be achieved. What is the dream? Is the dream to make the Islamic wars, Arab Persian war, and in his step, the Israeli will stay and witness the war.
General Abbas, finally and very quickly, you are in Syria. We've not talked about what is happening in Syria. How has this war affected your country?
Well, it is as a whole world, we have been affected by the economical reflection, by the high level of prices, by short of oil for the refineries. Lots of people, of Syrian people nowadays live in the Gulf state, and it is threatening them, teach them about how they live in the Gulf state and they support their family in Syria. It is too important, too hard, very difficult. It has difficulties for Syrian people in the Gulf state.
All right, I've been talking to retired General R.G. Mohammed Abbas. He's in Syria. He's a Syrian political analyst. General Abbas, thank you very much for your time and for talking to us today.